Good morning, guys. How's it going? We are here fuzz early for the Gospel of Two Wheels. I may have to do some adjustments here. Let me move that back. And then this. I didn't have everything dialed in. There we go. How's it going, guys? It is a drop-dead gorgeous day in Western Colorado. Again, I know I say that all the time. It's because it's true. Yeah, it's freaking amazing right now. Let's see. My other camera. Whatever. Guys hear me? Can everybody hear me? Just fine, I think. I hope. Anyway, how is everybody doing? We just got back from South Dakota, and it was glorious. That's what we're talking about. What's up, Patty Cake? How's it going? Yeah, we just got back, and that's what we're here to talk about with Gospel Two Wheels. It was awesome. The weather here in Colorado is just freaking perfect right now. It's I think this morning it was like 46 when I got up to go take the dog for a hike. And it's probably gonna get to like 86, which yeah, patty cake it was awesome. It's gonna get warm. I know Roger Hurd is gonna jump in here with some like astronomical number like 107 or something like that from Havasu, but it's gonna be 86, I think, here today, maybe almost 90, and that's starting to get hot. But the best thing about Montrose, at least like one of my favorite things about Montrose, is that we have, hey Shannon, how's it going? Amazing weather, during the winter. It's not that cold, and in the summer, yeah, it does get hot, but you can go up in the mountains like half an hour away and it's like 20 degrees cooler, so it's like real nice. Yeah, so things are good. Coffee's hot. Hold on, I gotta adjust my lid so that you guys can see the most important message of the day. Garrett Anderson, how's it going? No, it's not hot on the Uncle. That's the beautiful thing. And Unk, Rap, Brady, and Jay Coleman, how are you guys? No, that's the best thing about the Unk. It's a half an hour drive from my house, less depending on where you go, actually. And it's 20 degrees cooler than it is here in the valley. It is dry though, man. Dry. Kind of crazy dry, even though we just had some rain like right before we left for South Dakota, but it still is super hot. Brady, two strokes breakdown. They do. Actually, I mean, so hold on. Well, we're almost there. We'll just go ahead and start. Welcome to the Gospel of Two Wheels, number 89, guys, where the coffee's hot, the bikes are fast, and your comments are absolutely ridiculous, and I love them. Where today we were talking about our trip to South Dakota, or as I like to call it, SoDak. Michael Klinger, how's it going? Eric, how you doing? So Brady will address Brady's questions first. Tim Simmons, how's it going? Yeah, zip ties and Leatherman fix about everything except for it's still, unfortunately, I'm getting to my questions here because Brady's are the best. Let's see. So Brady, yeah, so many loop. Brady, basically his question is how many two-strokes were worked on the trail side in SoDak. Sadly, it was quite a few. Although I would say I only know of two. One was my son's KDX, and I cannot blame the fact that it was a two-stroke for the problem that it had. And Brady also will admit that. He does like to give my son a hard time because he has a Kickstarter, but my kid is 13 and has no money. So he doesn't get an electric start motorcycle. And it was a glorious, wonderful gift from Robbie Noyles, and it's an amazing bike. But what happened, just if you guys haven't watched the video yet, and if you haven't, you should. The Kickstarter, bolts onto the shaft that's in the case, and that was all good. But then the lever comes down onto a boss, and it what's up, Jimmy Neihart? Hey, there's my mom. Everybody say hi to my mom, Suzanne Spradling. So what happened is it's worn out. It's an old bike, right? The motor's in great shape, but like it's an old bike. It's a 98. And he was kicking it, and the clip that holds that lever onto the boss like popped off, and who knows where it went. Anyway, and the Kickstarter would rotate full around, and he couldn't kick it. So we got it sort of fixed with some safety wire eventually, but that came off. And I think the reality is it's just so worn out that when it levers out and stops, it tries to push up. And I think it's just worn out. So I got another one ordered and coming. So that was one of the 2 strokes. The other problem, yeah, I know, Jimmy. That is a weird thing these days. But again, 13, no money. He gets to kickstart a motorcycle. The other part was absolutely 100% very 2-stroke-ish. And that was Isabella, who was with us, an amazing rider, absolutely killed it, but she kept hitting her pipe on things and knocking it out of the cylinder. So that is 100% 2-stroke. It is honestly, like, all joking aside, we all know that I love 2 strokes more than 4 strokes, but the one thing that I do not like about 2 strokes is the pipe. The freaking thing is whatever. It costs money because you bend them all the time if you're riding the rocks, and it's just an issue. So I agree, Brady. I doff my hat. 4 strokes win in that realm. But other than my bike, never had to get worked on, so that was cool. Yes, there we go. The tubeless. So, and again, that was not 2-stroke or 4-stroke, but that was awesome. Brady brings up, so if you don't know, Brady Metter and his ambiguously gay friend, Brian Aliff, were with us in SoDak and had a great time. And so that's why Brady is going to have a lot of insight here. Tim Simmons, no, I don't know. She might be single. I'm not 100% sure if anyway, she's not married. Let's put it that way. I don't know if she's dating one of the guys. I don't know. I'm not going down that road. She's awesome. Great person to ride with and super fun. Garrett Anderson. Yeah. A shop that needs front end help. That's me. I need front end help. Actually pretty bad. Yes. Travis Cube. I'm from Canada and I like riding dirt bikes and fixing them. Yeah. So shouting, I'm not going there, dude. That's why I stopped, because I knew you were here. Actually, I stopped because it's appropriate. But so yeah, tubeless. Let's just touch on that. I ran rear tubeless with the IRC IX09W Dakota tire because the owner of New Tech asked me to do it, and I said, okay, I'll do it. Brady, that's awesome. So I've been looking at the wrong camera. Anyway, I ran that on the back. I couldn't bring myself to run the front. I ran the front tire, but not the front tubeless. And I ran the tubeless, and honestly, I was terrified the whole weekend because everybody I was riding with, Jeremy Schoening, Brady Metter, Brian Galiff, Isabella, although she had tubeless too, Larry Beaver, everybody had, Moose's Beaver had tubeless too, but I knew I was going to get a whole bunch of crap if I got a flat. There's the dog. Hey, Leia, come up here. Come up here. That's a good dog. And this dog bit Brady Metter because she doesn't like big guys from Oklahoma. Yeah, you like that, Schoening? All right, get up. Michael Barnado. So Leia, down. Anyway, sorry. Let's see. I'm not Brady Metter. We're working on it though. We're gonna get her dialed in, but she is kind of a mean dog with certain people. Anyway, so I ran the tubeless. Let's get back on topic. I ran the tubeless. Hey, Roger Hurd, how's it going? Matt Simpson, good to see you here. I ran 15 pounds in that dumb tire the whole weekend because I was petrified of tearing it. And I'm really glad because South Dakota has got a ton of super sharp rocks. And if I had run even like 8 pounds, I think I probably would have smoked a sidewall because it's like the yeah, anyway, it's gnarly. So it's just a really sharp area and we were doing some gnarly stuff. And anyway, so I didn't have any tubeless problems, but Isabella at the top of, yeah, I know, 15, dude, because I was terrified. And actually, that stupid tire is so sticky that at 15 pounds, it hooked up like crazy. I couldn't believe how well it hooked up with that much air in it. But I wasn't willing to chance a flat because I knew forever I would get so much crap from at least Brady, Brian, and Schoening. I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. Brady, Jimmy, she is kind of nutso. But I'm definitely getting back on track with working on her because she hasn't been at the shop for like 2.5 months because of the COVIDs and my kids being home and wanting to play with her. And so she's just been around the family and she's a healer. Hey, Kevin O'Laughlin, how's it going? Good to see you here. By the way, Kevin, sponsoring this episode of Gospel Two Wheels, we'll be giving away another Dirt Bikes hat here in a little bit. Guys, remind me at 7:45 if I don't remember. Remind me to we'll do the hat giveaway. Anyway, yeah, so she's been home and like reverting to her blue healer protective instincts, and she's really bad around my wife because she feels like she needs to protect her. The upside to all that is I don't worry about when I go anywhere and I leave that dog with the family. She'll eat anyone who tries to mess with them. Garrett, yeah, she did. Yeah, she's, but she absolutely loves my mechanic, Zach, like the angriest man. Maybe it's because you people aren't angry enough. She freaking lays on her back and rolls around and absolutely loves Zach. So maybe it's an anger thing. Anyway, so yeah, top of one top of one of the gnarly hill climbs that we did through the trees. We get there and Isabella's front tubeless, and it had a hole in it, and I was like, there we go. And that's coming actually on the next thing. You're not angry enough, Brady. You're just sad. Oh yes, Jeremy Schoening. First of all, yes, let's give kudos to the Forest Service in South Dakota for building epic trails. They are absolutely amazing. Chad, yes, I know you guys run tubeless and have had no problems. I've just seen lots of problems. I think it depends on the first kind of tire. That tire, that super soft thing, would have, I think, shredded anything if they had it too low. So, but yeah, I know a lot of people don't have problems. I have just seen a lot of people have problems. I think the speed that people ride make a big difference. If you kind of charge hard and hit things hard, I didn't call you slow, Chad. They shred. Patty Cake, no, the sidewall on that thing is crazy soft. Like you can take that tire and just like almost like crunch it up. It's so soft. Yes, Paul Nancy, it was an awesome Supercross race. Bum for Ken Roxon. But the fact he's even racing is a miracle. So anyway, so yeah, had a tubeless failure on the front from Isabella, and again confirmed my beliefs. I think I'm just going to take the tubeless out of that rear wheel. I don't know. I just don't feel comfortable with it. So that's probably going to come out. I'm going to have a set of tubeless to give away here real soon. Jim and Willich watching from Queensland, Australia. Absolutely. That's awesome. Thank you. Thank you for joining in from Queensland. That's way cool. I know, Jimmy, that was awesome. So Sorry, I'm going through the questions. We're talking about SoDak with South Dakota. The trip was super awesome. Hey, Bowman Films, we are doing great. I'm doing great. How is everybody else doing? Quick nuts and bolts about South Dakota, where we stayed. We stayed we stayed at the Nemo Guest Ranch. Highly recommend the Nemo Guest Ranch and the Nemo area for staying. Brady, you can, but you have to come get them. Time to buy the boys. Nah. They don't get new bikes. Those boys have to work for that stuff. Thomas was lucky enough to have a benefactor, Robbie Noyles, give him that KDX 200. And then he also got a free YZ 125 from Roger, who's watching, which we have yet to work on because it's been so crazy busy. But I've actually been scheming on when we can get that done. So he'll have a separate bike, a backup. But yeah, my kids don't get new bikes. That's all there is to it. They have to buy their own new bikes if they're going to do that. That's my deal. Yeah, they are open, Jimmy. We didn't have any real issues at all. I don't think so, guys that were there, Jeremy and Brady. I don't think we had any issues at all with the Rona stuff. Hey, Limey, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you. I really appreciate it. That's awesome. Jeremy says, Troy at the Guest Ranch is a great guy, loves motorcycle people, and is always accommodating, even to the angry beaver, which is huge, by the way. Yeah, because that's hard to be nice to the angry beaver that was with us. Yeah, South Dakota, no issues with the Rona or any of that stuff. They're open. They're happy to have people. The Nemo Guest Ranch is super happy to have people. They were full up, man. It was really cool. We stayed in our camper, my little pop-up. It was $35 a night for hookups, and it's just no sewer hookup, but they have water and electric. And so $35 a night, thought was a great deal. Lots of grass, plenty of places to hang out, fire pits. Really cool. Greetings from Vancouver Island, British Columbia, Canada. Where are you? I've stayed in where did I stay? Tofino on Vancouver Island during my honeymoon. It was awesome. Yeah, Jimmy, South Dakota is an awesome place. I would consider moving Highland Cycles there because there's a lot of Forest Service stuff that my wife could probably maybe do, except that I don't want winter there. I don't want how long winter is there. We have a friend who just moved from South Dakota. He lives right across the street, right over there, Dave Dessel. Dave, if you watch this, how's it going? He left South Dakota because of winters. I think it's not that I can't handle cold because I lived in Gunnison. It's ridiculously cold, but the thing is, it's dark up there for a really long time. Yeah, Highland South and Phoenix. Now that I got big plans. This YouTube channel needs to blow up like crazy, and then lots of awesome things will happen. How did you do that? I want to get my 17 XCW plated. Patty Cake, I can tell you. Where do you live, Patty Cake? I forget. You told me. But it's in Colorado. It's super easy to get it plated, and we could help you out here with an address, probably. Do you live in? I'm guessing, is it Baton Rouge, Baton, or? There you go, Baton Rouge, Louisiana, right on. Yeah, I don't know what the rules are there, but I can tell you that in Colorado they have to actually see the bike, so I don't know about doing that. My mom is awesome. Make sure you hit the like button, guys. My mom will hunt you down and kick your butt. Red, that would be awesome. That would be really cool. And I don't know, I may do that. I tried it one time before. It was really a giant nightmare, and so I may not do it again. But Gemma, I love the tips on engine work. Really has helped me build confidence. Sweet. Awesome. That's my goal. I want people to have confidence to take the thing apart. But I also want people to know when they should stop because coming up today on today's Schlag that will hit at 4 p.m. Mountain Time here, please pay attention and watch it and see what happens when you are maybe drinking while you're working on your buddy's motorcycle. I don't know really what happened, but bad things happen. And this is, I can't blame 4-strokes. It was on a 4-stroke, and therefore it's going to cost more money. But if it had been done to I just got a message. Sorry. If it had been done on a 2-stroke, it would have cost less money, but it still would have been a freaking nightmare. Let's see. Is it the bike in a box? Garrett, no. This is a KTM we took apart. 530 or 450, like that dual oil style motor, which had nothing to do with it. But oh boy, I think it's going to be an expensive paperweight. Yeah. Nemo, South Dakota. It's awesome. Okay, my mom's chiming in. 1 second. Highly recommend Nemo. Highly recommend the Nemo Guest Ranch. By the way, not at all sponsored one iota by those guys. This is my personal opinion. I really like it there. I really like those people. They have a restaurant. There's a gas station across the road. They got ice. Anyway, it's just a great place to stage, and you can just ride right from there. You never have to put your bike in the thing. All right, let's do the giveaway. No, pro. It wasn't the rings, sadly. It was sad. You'll see. It was awesome. There's pictures on Facebook and Instagram too of what happened. Jeremy, the people I rode with were so cool. Yeah, I mean, I know you're just messing. And even Galef, yes. I know you're just fishing for compliments. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, actually, the group was phenomenal. We had a great group, all really good riders. Everybody gelled and had fun and no real issues. It was great. We pushed the kids pretty hard on the first day through some sections. I think that was good for them. It was tough on them because it was new and hard, but they persevered and they got through it. And that, I think, was a really important lesson. Well, I know it was a really important lesson, especially Thomas with the kickstart not working. We had to first of all figure out how to fix it and like get through. And then, it wasn't perfect fix and it wasn't awesome, but he still had to have a good attitude and like make it happen. And so he did, and it was awesome. And when interviewed at the Sugar Shack after all that, he was like, I asked him how it was, and he says, awesome. And same with you. And so it was great. All right. Hat question. Free hat. Thanks to Kevin O'Loughlin, who's sponsoring this whole month, actually, of Gospel 2 Wheels. This one should be easy. Kevin, I'm getting to those things in a second. I keep looking at the wrong camera. So first person in my feed, I don't care what anybody else's feed says, is in my feed. First person to answer this correctly wins a free Dirt Bikes hat, either snapback or flex fit. I will ship it to you. There's zero charge, thanks to Kevin. So how many spokes are in a 21-inch dirt bike front wheel? We'll go KTM, because I think there actually is a little bit different in a Honda. So how many spokes in a KTM front wheel? A modern one, please, and a 21-inch. There, Brady Metter, 36. There it is. Brady nailed it with 36. Great job. Nice work, Brady. Shoot me a message. I'll get you. I know you have a hat, or if you want to donate it, let me know. No, bro, that's awesome. Let's see. 32 in a Honda. That's why I said KTM, because I knew that Hondas had 32. But I didn't, because I was like, oh, we're going to get into the thing. Yeah, they are quick. Brady's a great mechanic. Schoning's just been around motorcycles forever. I don't know. He's probably a decent mechanic too. Actually, Jeremy, do you ever work on anything? I don't know. Let's see. So nice work, Brady. Hat coming to you, or if you want to donate it, we can figure that out. either way, doesn't matter to me, because I only say that because Brady already has one. Well, I'll send it to you, and you can just give it to someone. Only up on the trail. Fair enough. So let's get back to the other questions. Well, first of all, Todd York asks, how many times did Brady Meter tuck Brian Aleph into bed every night? Is the Brady. Okay. Give the hat away. All right. Hey, KO, shoot me another question, and we'll do another hat giveaway. Or Kessler. Okay, we'll do a Kessler. Well, unless Shoning, you were second. So, yeah, I don't know. Let me know. We'll figure that out. Kessler, I'd be happy to give it to you. If that works for you, Jeremy and Brady, that would be cool. Dave, email me, morgan@highland-cycles.com and your address, and I'll get it to you. Yes. There we go. Right on, Jeremy. Sounds good. Michael Klinger, I agree that IRC should give me some BE33s, S's to try out. Actually, I'm trying to work with them. I just because they replied to something on my Instagram, and I shot them a message. I haven't heard back, so I'm kind of hoping maybe I could. Okay, another question from, I try to post the night before these for you guys to post questions. Ian Farrell asks, what is one thing you would tell your 25-year-old self about life in general? That's a good one. And I've been thinking about that. There's a lot of things that I might say. I don't. Anyway, two things. One is, don't worry, you have plenty of time, for sure. At 25, I got married, and I was trying to rule the world, and it was like Dave Kessler. Yeah, there you go. That's a great answer. Before you make a decision, put yourself 5 years ahead right now and rethink it. That's a good one. So I would say don't worry about things, because 25 is way younger than you think. I would say that 45, I'm 44, soon to be 45. I would tell myself at 25, you're actually going to be way more badass when you're in your 40s than you are when you're in your 20s in a lot of ways. And then I would say, honestly, save a little bit more money. I didn't do great on that. Everything's fine, whatever. But I could lower the stress sometimes. Not so much now, but anyway, if I just saved a little bit more money. Hey, there's my kid. Lean in here. Brady, I would not say don't. I would not say don't go into the motorcycle business. No way, no how. It's been the best thing that's ever happened to me. I know you're bummed about it sometimes, but yeah, dude, I wouldn't change my choice of business for anything. It has been brutally hard to make a living in the motorcycle world, but it's also brought me to meet some of the most wonderful people. It's brought this channel into existence, and it has, it's given me some of my best memories ever. And I wouldn't change it for the world. You could hand me all the money on earth and say that you got to get out of motorcycles, and I wouldn't take it. So I love them so much. And Brady, yeah, I wish I was rich. Let's see. I had one more, I think. Travis Cube, you have a great question. Let's see. 05 Sierra 450R, looks like the intake valves are in spec, but the exhausts are pretty tight. I only have 5 thousandths, and spec calls for 3, but I couldn't get the 5 in there. Would that be the cause of some serious backfire, or should I be looking elsewhere for the backfire problems? And what gear are you doing in technical riding on single track? Second, third. So 5,000ths is bigger than 3,000ths. And if you got at least 3,000ths on, I mean, 3,000ths is low for an exhaust valve for sure. It's too tight. But if you have 3,000ths, it shouldn't really backfire too bad. David Kessler, you're right. I don't think that's causing your backfire. Probably it's a lean condition going on. Unless, I mean, I'd have to check it all, but if everything's sealing up, valves are sealing, and you have some clearance in there, it's probably not the backfire. It could be a lean pilot circuit. It could be your mid-body gasket. That's a real common thing. Let's see. And what gear am I using? So I've geared my 250 XCW up from stock a little bit because first gear is pretty low. And so when it gets really, really gnarly, I'm in first. But a lot of times I run in second because I try to keep the RPMs down so the tire doesn't spin. That's one of the things about two strokes that I love / is a challenge. They're kind of light switches when it comes to tire spinning, not so much the KTMs because you can really adjust the power valve, but it's still, they light up pretty quick. Let's see. Let's see. Michael Barnado, don't sell any dirt bikes. Keep them all 100%. I love it. Scott Gross, are you racing Weeby on the 2021? I really need to talk to my wife about that. I haven't mentioned it yet. I would like to, sort of. Honestly, I don't love. What did I just mention? What did I mention? Shoning. Come to the Oklahoma Gold Rush in November, and I'll bring you pumpkin muffins. Yes, my mom will bring muffins for everybody if you come to the Gold Rush in November. We're definitely going. Brady, yes, you have to come through, do Garrett's suspension on the way up. By the way, speaking of that, anybody here in the Montrose Grand Junction area that is interested in a suspension revalve from TBT, Mr. Brady Metter, is Ruth listening? Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah, I did just, that is what you're talking about. I don't think she's listening. She doesn't listen to me much at all when I talk about dirt bikes, or really ever, because she's smarter than that. Yeah, if anybody's interested in a revalve, we need 3 people to commit, and Brady will come up here to Colorado and valve their suspension, dial it in, get the spring, everything, make it perfect and awesome. I can tell you that it is the best money you can spend on performance for a motorcycle. I think the things you need first are guards to keep it from breaking on rocks and things, and then suspension, and forget money. Yes, including you, Garrett. So you're number 1. So we already have 1. Let's see. Yeah, Garrett, see, that's what I'm trying to do. So let me know, Morgan at highland-cycles.com. Let's get 3 guys total. So Garrett's 1. We need 2 more, 100%. And we'll get Brady to come up, and we'll have a suspension revalve party. And then also, I think Brady would be happy to come out with us and ride and help you tune clickers and get the thing set up. So that'd be really cool. Jeremy needs some help in the whoops. Kelly, let's see. I saw some stuff back here. So, okay. Greg, buck out. Tubeless versus HD tubes on a bike that runs single track and does dual sport. 2020 beta 430. Okay, Greg, I am always going to say tubes. I'm never going to recommend tubeless ever. Even though I've run it now for a while and I've had no problems, it's in the back of my mind all the time, and I really don't like to have to check 2 tire pressures every time on each wheel. when I go ride, like my XR650, I run tubes. I've never had problems. I put a bunch of air in them. I put 16 pounds in my XR because it's a big, heavy motorcycle. Even off road, I don't care. It just, yeah. So I'm always going to say tubes over that. Oh, here we go, Brady. Sorry, I missed that earlier, Brady. No, I do not think that Galef is dried out from me getting him wet. So I unfortunately have no video footage of this, but Brady Metter is here to corroborate my story. Let me just give you a little rundown on what happened. Final day of riding. We're having a great day. It rained like crazy the night before and was like super soaking wet everywhere. Is perfect day, right? Sunny, rained all night, awesome. And dude, Brady, I know. I didn't have it running. It also, I've done that before with my camera and it doesn't show anything. Like it doesn't do it justice. You would have had to have the camera on, unfortunately, to make it work, but to make it really funny. But it doesn't matter. It's an awesome story. So I'm charging up behind Mr. Brian Galef, and we're going over these water bars on this 2-track, and there's giant puddles on the backside of each one because we're going up anyway. And I'm like, he's not paying attention at all. I can't believe that. Like, I'm like, how is he not noticing that there's these massive puddles and there's all these people going through them? I'm like, oh yeah. And I fully committed without knowing how deep the next puddle was. Since we're going uphill and the water was on the backside, you couldn't see how deep it was. And there were some that were really, really deep. And, I don't know what's in there. It could be a giant rock. I could go over the bars if I charged through one. Who knows? But I fully committed. And as Brian was going up over, I just pinned it. I landed. And from what Brady said, Brian completely disappeared in the wall of water that ensued. It was ridiculous. And it was so awesome. It was great. What's a camera when you're carrying our butts? Fair enough, Garrett. So anyway, it was awesome. It didn't happen on camera, but it definitely happened. It was great. Dude. And so the rest of the day, he spent getting me back, and it was worth every second that he pushed me down. Like we stopped and he'd come up, and he's a mountain of a man, like way bigger than me. And like, he just like grabbed my bike and shoved me. And I tried not to, showing this so true. I try not to fall down. He just pushed me. So he pushed me down on the ground. When we stopped to get a drink, he kicked water and mud on me. He took my bladder and got water on me. Didn't matter. Whatever he did was worth every second, because I covered him. It was awesome. Probably the greatest wall of water I've ever done. I was really proud of that. South Dakota, guys, it was awesome. I got a boogie here. But I highly, highly, highly recommend you get there. Brady and Brian, who spent a fair amount of time in Colorado. I mean, a lot of time in Colorado and lots of other places riding dirt bikes. After, I think, day 2 or day 1, they looked at me and said, we're not coming to Colorado anymore. That's how good it is. It's really, really an amazing place. I just cannot recommend it enough. I would love to go with you. So let me know if you're going. I'd like to try to make it. It's from Kevin. That is awesome. Let's see what I was saying. It took from losing my mind here. From Montrose up there with 2 kids, a dog, and a wife, and not going nothing. Anyway, it was 12 and a half hours. So it's a long ways, but it's worth every second. Garrett, psyched to see you with the KTM. We'll get a recluse in that thing. Love the waiter at the restaurant. That's awesome. No pro. SoDak, good in the middle of summer. Honestly, I don't know. Jeremy, you can answer that better than me. How hot does it get? It seems like it might get kind of Africa hot and humid there, because it was already pretty hot and humid on the sunny days, but hot. There we go. No pro. My guess is that when we went in spring is good, and then fall would be brilliant also. There's Isabella. That's awesome. Oh, you guys are great. All right, guys, I got a boogie. I got a buttload of work to do. Also, what do you guys think about the new camera? If you've watched the last slog there at the end, I was using the new camera. What do you think? It was awesome. Let's see. No, it's not worth in South Louisiana for sure. It doesn't get Montrose hot. The thing is that Montrose does get brutally hot, but it's super dry, and it seems really, really, it can get really humid up there in the Black Hills. All right, this time I'm signing off. You guys are awesome. Punk Rock Club, thank you for sticking around till the end. I love you guys so much. I love this world. I love this community. You guys make me happy. If you haven't yet, hit the subscribe button. Also, give us a thumbs up. It really does help, and it's totally free. You guys are awesome. There we go. Sorry, Isabella. Yeah, we should do that. Like, okay, Isabella, we should get that, and then yeah, we'll figure it out. All right, I love you guys. You guys are rad. Please get out and spread the gospel of two wheels. We need more people on dirt bikes. This world would be a better place, I guarantee you, if more people rode dirt bikes. And all that's going on in the world, the blah, blah, blah matter, but 2 strokes and 4 strokes matter. That's all that we need to talk about. Get out, spread the gospel of two wheels. And I really hope against hope that what I'm doing here and what Zach and I are doing at the shop is inspiring you guys to get out and ride your dirt bikes. Kevin O'Laughlin, thank you. I cannot thank you enough. You guys are awesome. Tom, you're awesome. Everybody's awesome. Yeah, I love you guys. We'll talk to you real soon.